Hello, my name is Tony Litt. I'm the MD of Sunrise Radio, and it's my immense pleasure to bring you the official Sunrise Radio podcast. We are the #1 commercial Asian station in the United Kingdom, with many firsts to our name, and we continue to be the voice of British Asians who have given us their love and loyalty over 30 years. It's a legacy we cherish and a responsibility that we don't take lightly. Our aim has always been to entertain the listeners with the best of Bollywood and Bhangra, while also addressing their concerns. A real voice for the community, a vibrant community, and a great nation. We are proud to be British and Asian. This podcast is a compilation of some of the things we do on the station, with a stellar lineup of presenters who each have their own personality and style. It's entertaining, informative, engaging, and we hope you will enjoy it here as a podcast if you are unable to tune in to the radio. Don't forget to subscribe and tell your family and friends about this podcast. And do leave us a comment on what you think. We'd love to hear from you. All the best always. Team Sunrise.
The UK's biggest station mix. Sunrise Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on air Jay Sean on Sunrise Radio. What's happening, brother?
What's happening, bruv? What's going on?
I am all good, brother. Welcome home, I should say, first and foremost.
Thank you, man.
Listen,
thank you so much.
As you just heard, I know that you're spending as much downtime, as little time as you have here in between your shows with family, so I'm not going to keep you long, but thank you very much, I should say.
Of course,
I didn't have to brush my hair for you to come in, because
you never do. You don't need me as an excuse.
Only you can say that. Only you can say that. It's true. It's so true. Listen, man, how is it all going? You kicked off your first show for the Homecoming tour in Glasgow. Did that all go well?
Yeah, it was so great, man. It was amazing. It was a lot of fun. Also, so fun to be able to test out my new show that I've tailor-made for the UK,
right,
and see if my vision was correct. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, as an artist, we always have a vision of what we think our show should be like, and what songs especially. I mean, that's the hardest part, really, is the track listing, because there's 20 years of songs, so which ones do you choose? There's 6 albums worth, and so I think the fans were super happy.
Oh, that's great. It's so interesting you say that, because I was having the same conversation with Tez Ilyas the other day, the stand-up comedian, and he's doing trial shows, and I went down to see some of his trial comedy for his upcoming tour, and he said exactly the same as you. He's like, you write a new show, you put jokes together, or you put songs together, or you put a script together, whatever it is in the creative world, you sort of create something, and then you think, oh, I wonder if they're going to like it. Do you know what I mean? Because you don't know if it works until it's out in front of the public, and by then it's already too late, right? So how does that...
Right.
How does that feel to you when you're almost exposing yourself and saying, this is what I've decided to give you tonight, and then, in places it works, sometimes it doesn't, you make changes. How does that feel?
Well, okay, so, I mean, you know me very well, so you know that I've come from a hip-hop background, and as a hip-hop, coming from the hip-hop background, I'm used to freestyling. I'm used to being off the cuff when I need to be on, like, at the drop of a dime, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, so I can look at the crowd. So what I do, and I may do this in some of my other shows, I may look at the crowd and be like, okay, this is my demographic, so maybe they know this song more than they know that song, or maybe they want this one rather than that one, and I will literally, sorry about the airplanes, I'm in Hounslow.
That's all right.
And so I literally on the fly will make changes to my set.
Nice.
And the people in my band are so used to me doing that, that with secret signals, they already know, okay, not doing that one, we're doing this one instead. And I kind of love that, because that means each show is actually unique and different every single time. So,
that's amazing.
I love doing that.
So
and it's fun for me as well.
So you got your own sort of NFL stroke rugby code with 2 fingers, 3 fingers, 4 fingers. They know what one to jump to. It's wicked.
Yeah, and if it's the middle finger, it means show's over.
It means you're not doing very well. Get off. There's somebody else waiting in the wings. Listen, I just played Heartless, which was your most recent release, in terms of working with Icky. How was that? Because Icky is somewhat the super producer right now. He is the man with the golden touch, having made hits for Karan Aujla back to back. How did that happen?
Yeah, well, I mean, again, right, sort of just being fans of each other's work. Obviously, Icky, grew up on my songs, and I, have been following what he's been doing for a while. And what's really important for me, really, is to have my finger on the pulse, to sort of see what's happening and how can I make that fit with what I do, you know? And so it was actually a very, very organic fit. And the song Heartless came about by literally, we were just everything that is on that song, bro, was like recorded in real time, not the actual final takes, the melodies.
Right.
So he's building the track at the same time I'm freestyling melodies on a mic being recorded at the same time. So it was like a really nice, natural vibe when we were creating it.
Yeah, wow. I mean, he seems to have that ability to be able to create vibes really quickly. I've seen videos of him, a lot like you working with Rishi, I guess, in the parallel, in the early videos of you working with Rishi, it was that thing of organically just kind of creating at the same time rather than going, here's a song or here's a beat, marry them.
Yeah, exactly. So it was really nice, man, to be able to do that.
Wicked. And now listen, talking about that, I mean, can we think about more features like that? Are you going to go further down that world of working with the likes of AP Dylan and and Audula? Have you still got your eyes set on the other side in the kind of Western world? Where are you at musically right now?
Yeah, I mean, so like the album that I put together is actually a mix of both of that, right? So from production through to features, it's a mix from, you know, both worlds, right? And the way that I've tried to do it, like for example, the new song that's actually coming out in a few hours here, it's called Pichi Pichi, is to me, it's R&B. It's like an R&B song, so it's like a bit more sort of slower in that kind of like, you know, more in the Ride It world, right? So it's a bit more of a slow jam, but it's me singing in English, and then I have a guy from Mumbai called Jaydeed, and he raps in Hindi and sings in Punjabi.
Wow.
And so it's all different stuff on one record, and it's just, I don't know, man, I just tried to do things that are fresh and different but feel organic.
That is an interesting journey, and I think this is something that probably I can only ask you as a presenter that many wouldn't, because for a long time the focus was pop, it was charts, it was mainstream, it was all that, and it feels like you've gone full circle again, Jay, and you've really embraced that kind of desi element again, and that makes me really happy, and I'm sure it makes a whole generation of music lovers of your world happy as well. Was that a conscious decision, or did you just kind of go, again, organic, I've just re-embraced all of that again?
No, look, it is a very good question, and the truth is that it comes from whenever I'm inspired. Okay, so like there was a time where I loved up-tempo, fun, pop, like feel-good music, and let's be honest, if you go back to like 2010s, right? Anybody, I'll just name you, Pitbull, Enrique, Neo, me, Chris Brown, everybody was doing up-tempo dance record. It was the feeling at the time. Everything was kind of, and now things have kind of got a bit more vibey. Things have opened up in the world of Punjabi music also, that more people are receptive. They can understand finally. I mean, look at K-pop, look at Afrobeats. The world has become a little bit more accepting K-pop, right?
In a smaller world,
languages, different dialects. And so therefore, what I do very well, which is this fusion of Punjabi and English and R&B and pop and hip hop and all of these different genres, it's the right time now for it to be able to go out to the world and really reach its potential. And I think, what a better time than now.
And do you feel that pressure? Do you feel it as a pressure? As in, like, it's my responsibility to do that because you've been around long enough and you have the fan following and the power to be able to do that?
It's not a pressure. Right. It's actually more like...
Or a responsibility.
I'm so sorry about the plane.
Don't worry, man. Don't worry.
Yeah. It's actually what I feel I know how to do best, because when Rishi and I and Juggy started this 20 years ago, this was natural to us and it was organic to us, and it was the start of a movement, really. You know what I mean? Definitely. And I think that sound has progressed over the years so beautifully. There's so many incredible artists around the world now making that kind of fusion sound their own. But being able to revisit that bag of my creativity is really exciting for me. And I literally, instead of going to Perivale this time, I actually went straight to the Pind and went to India and was working with producers out in India as well as, of course, working with the same people that I work with over here. So it was just exciting to get a bit of fresh blood into the project.
Wicked, man. It sounds so exciting. I can't wait. And actually, like I said, it fills me with joy that you are somewhat in some way gone full circle and re-embracing that and becoming the flag flyer of that and going, it's okay, kids. You're allowed to do this. It's okay to to embrace your culture and still be cool and still be relevant and still be mainstream. So for that, I am grateful. I'm sure millions are around the world as well, man. Let's talk about these shows, because tomorrow night is the big one in London, sold out within whatever short time frame it was. Are you excited? Are you kind of nervous? Excited. Are you like, nah, man, this is hometown. It's all good.
No, I was on the phone to Dix, my DJ, literally just 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And I said to him, I was like, bro, I just want to be side stage right now. I want to be side stage with the mic in my hand. I want to go on now. It's really funny, you know. I'm just so excited for it, you know. And that's like, after 20 years of performing, God knows how many thousands of shows, to feel like that is a really, you know, to have that feeling still, it's just a really beautiful thing. And it's also just like, I'm very grateful for that I still have those butterflies in my stomach, and I still, you know, want to go on stage and can't wait. It's like it's Christmas Eve.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? It's like it's like that feeling.
Right, let's not talk about Christmas Eves. I think any kind of highlighted moment that I might have spent with you on the road at some point was like Christmas Eve. So right. I'm hoping for that same feeling tomorrow night. Now, as you know, my daughter is a huge fan of yours, Nick, Jay. So, and we haven't told her yet that she is coming to the show. She's watching Wicked right now in the West End, so I know she's not listening. And when this goes on the podcast, it doesn't go out till next Thursday on the podcast. Okay, so we're safe. We are all good. But I know that you're a big family man, and it feels like, looking at your socials, the kids are not with you here. Is that something that you wish that they were here to witness? Are they coming in to see you in London?
I miss them so much, man, because I've been on the road for about 3 weeks now, because before this I was in Asia. Yeah. But they are flying in tomorrow morning. Hey! They are not going to miss Daddy's show. Yep.
Amazing.
Tara and the babies are coming in tomorrow, yeah, so I'm super excited to see them, man. It's going to be amazing. They're so excited too.
That is so good, man. I cannot wait to see them as well and give them all a big, big hug. Listen, Jay, I know that you're with family. I don't want to take any more time. We've covered most of what I wanted to get through. Are we going to expect any special surprises tomorrow night or anywhere else on the tour? Is there anything that you can reveal to us, or is it just some sort of sitting at the edge of you?
Bro, then it wouldn't be a surprise, innit? Or the surprise might be there's no surprise. So either way, it's going to be a surprise.
Either way, it will be a surprise. Yeah, if there's nothing, it's a surprise. If there is something, it's a surprise. It's a win-win situation, Jay. It's a win-win situation. Exactly. Listen, we've spoken about family, we've spoken about music, we've spoken about you doing all this great new stuff, and of course your shows. Manchester and Birmingham is around the corner as well. Yeah. Let people know where they can come and watch you live, bro, and where to get tickets wherever few there are still available.
Yeah. Of course. I think perhaps the only show that might still be a few available for is Manchester, but everything is pretty much sold out already. But so really that means I just got to say thank you to everyone, man. I mean, that it really is a beautiful feeling, you know what I mean? Like to come home and to be embraced like that. And you know, people are excited. I'm excited. I want people to have the best time, bro. I just want them to have like a really, really great time and just fully enjoy themselves, and to spark, but you know, bring back some wonderful memories, hopefully for some people, and also from the newer songs to be able to sing some of those for the fans as well.
Wicked, man, wicked. A couple of messages I want to read out to you very quickly. Jasmine in Hayes says that whenever she's feeling down, she puts on your songs and dances around, and she feels so much better from all the fun music that you've made over the years. Jamie in Harrow says, Jasmine also says, can you do a show in Hayes so she doesn't have to travel to London, because that's just convenient for her. Jamie in Harrow says that she's definitely wanting to wish a happy birthday to her husband Chirag. Do you want to do that very quickly?
Oh, happy birthday, Chirag.
Wicked. And she says, I'm looking forward to the chit-chat with Jay Sean. Please give him all my love as well. There's lots more, man, but I'm going to let you go. Go back to your family. Enjoy tomorrow. Enjoy the vibe. And I cannot wait to see you back on stage in our hometown, brother.
Oh, man, let's go.
All the very best. Jay Sean there. Thank you very much, sir. What an absolute pleasure.